Yo, what's happening, everyone? Before we get started on that episode that I'm about to release, I know I said that I was going to start just having what I do with Savagely Loud over on their platforms. But this one, folks, I can't keep it from you. You got to check it out. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed doing this show with Cliff over there. Man, it's a fucking eye-opener.
What's happening, people? Guys, welcome back to the show for the people that understand the facts divided by feelings equals failure. I'm Cliff, I'm your host, and I'm joined today on this beautiful Thursday, and it's not only Thursday, it is Thanksgiving. I'm joined by my wonderful friend Dave Anderson. The Viking is back for this one. But before we get to this, you know the drill. If you want to help me out, get these words out, get these truths out, you can follow me on Instagram at Savagely Loud. That is where I'm most active, and on that page, you're going to find two links. One of those links is to the Savagely Loud podcast page. If you could please follow me there too, that would be greatly appreciated. The other link you're going to find is a simple link tree. Anywhere you want to hear my rants or see my videos, you can find them there. Outside of that, you can follow me at Facebook, X, Rumble, and Substack at Savagely Loud, YouTube at Savagely Loud Podcast, and you can email me in at savagelyloud@gmail.com, and I strongly suggest you do if you want to guarantee I see your communication. Outside of that, last but not least, like, comment, and share. Don't forget to do this stuff, guys. It really, really, really does help us. When we're putting this information out, we are kind of at the beck and call of the gods, the internet gods, the fates. We need your help to get these words out, and you can simply help us out by doing that little stuff. That like, comment, share. Please don't forget to rate the show and review the show. Give me a 5-star rating. You know, it really does help. So, well, let's get to it. It's Thanksgiving. How we doing, Dave?
It's Thanksgiving. I'm doing good. I'm on vacation, so that makes me happy. I don't have to worry about going up to the hood during this whole time. So it's like relaxing. I can actually try and sleep in. Although that doesn't really work all the time. Right. That internal alarm clock is like, hey, fucker, I'm going to pop you in the fucking middle of the forehead. Like, wake the fuck up, asshole.
Tell everybody where they can find you, Dave.
All right, folks, you can all find me over there on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, where I'm heavily active, as well as TikTok at The Hammer Drops. Up in the bio, you can find a little link tree like Cliff was saying over there. It's going to take you to where the podcast is. It's going to take you to my webpage, which is thehammerdrops.com. Don't forget to follow, like, share, leave a rating, because, as Cliff said, it helps with those algorithms for us to get these truths out and get this information out to others. Outside of that, yeah, I think that's everywhere. I mean, shit, we've been through this spiel. I mean, how many fucking weeks?
Don't forget your OnlyFans, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or you're on Feet Finder. That's what it is.
Yeah. You can find me on Feet Finder at The Heathen. Yeah.
Nobody's lonely at Cousins Only.
Yeah, there you go. You want to see my feet? They're pretty fucking nasty.
Yeah.
But if you want to pay me, I'm okay with it.
Working man's feet are always fucking nasty. Scaly, callous, dried out prehistoric riverbeds. Fuck these things.
Hey, my feet have feelings, sir.
Well, if mine did, that would have hurt them. So,
yeah.
How dare you push back on me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do that ever again.
So it's Thanksgiving, guys. I figured we'd have a little bit of fun, and we're gonna take apart Thanksgiving. We're gonna go down the traditional thing, the tradition line, and see where it all came from. See where the turkey came from. See where the stuffing came from. See where the celebration itself came from, and how it might have strayed from its original origin. You know.
So you're saying we're gonna blow up Thanksgiving for the viewers?
Well, we are going to blow up Thanksgiving just a little bit. But here's the thing, guys, is because I believe truly, sorry, I got to put a little fucking thing away here. I truly believe that you can have more enjoyment with your traditions as you practice them if you know where they came from. And traditions always, it never fails. Traditions never started how we were taught. Traditions never happened how we heard they did. But that doesn't make them any less valuable today. So before we get started in this episode, that's the thing I want to make very, very clear. At no point in this episode are we telling you not to celebrate Thanksgiving the way you want to celebrate Thanksgiving. At no point are we saying that nobody should be eating this or doing that or dancing here or anything like that. We're just giving you the origin. We're just kind of going to take it apart and give you a nice little informational episode to listen to and have a little fun with it. But definitely, I don't know about Dave. I would assume he's about the same as me mentally when it comes to this. I am all for celebrating Thanksgiving. I'm all for gathering the friends, the family, the extended whatevers. Have a great day. Break bread together, talk with each other, try not to get in fist fights and dip people's faces in the fucking mashed potatoes and the gravy bowl, and have a great day. That's what we want you to do. We're just giving you a little bit of origin story here.
Okay, you took some fun out of my family day.
Fuck your family day, you stupid bitch.
I always look forward to being able to dunk people in the gravy and throwing mashed potatoes and stuffing at people. I mean, come on, you're taking the fun out of it.
Dunking people in gravy. Maybe you do it differently than I do it, but that's a Friday night thing for me.
It's a Viking thing.
It's a Viking thing. We dip them in gravy before we suck the meat off the bones.
We got to tenderize them.
Got to tenderize them. Yeah, I thought that's what we use the hammers for.
Well, yeah, we do that. I mean, that helps to get a nice little base going, but we want to get some liquid back in there after we bludgeon it all the way down. So we use gravy. And we have already come off the tracks, folks. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, fuckers.
It's all the way off. It's all the way off. All right. So let's talk about it. Where the very first celebration happened. And what was this celebration? The true beginning. You know what year that happened in, Dave? The true beginning of Thanksgiving?
Well, they're saying 1621.
Yes, sir. 1621. In autumn 1621, the Pilgrims, English colonists at Plymouth, held a harvest celebration after surviving their first brutal year. They fired guns and cannons as part of it. This startled the nearby Wampanoag tribe. If I'm saying this shit wrong, bear with me.
Oh, well.
The Wampanoag, led by the Massasoit, arrived with around 90 warriors to investigate. The Pilgrims had only about 50 people left alive at this point. It turned into a 3-day event with shared food. The confirmed foods there were turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing. And I'm wrong.
Keep going. As
it would turn out, the original foods were venison. That was the original meat of choice, was venison, because the Wampanoag. I really want to know if I'm saying that right. That's starting to bother me too. But the Wampanoag tribe brought 5 deer. So the Indians did, in fact, bring food to the celebration. They also did have wild fowl. Fowl is bird, if you're not familiar. And it could have been turkey, but the most likely scenario was that it was a duck, goose, or a swan.
Yeah, I believe it was like ducks, geese, venison, and maybe some like seafood and shit like that.
Yep, they had some fish and some shellfish. I'll tell you what doesn't scream Thanksgiving to me is fucking fish. Fuck this shit. I like some fish, don't get me wrong, but I'm a freshwater dude. Once we hit saltwater, that shit's oily, it's gamey, it's tough, it's make you want to fucking throw up your socks.
I'll pass on all fucking seafood. Sorry, I'm over it.
Well, it's like part of these vitamins I got to take is these fish oil capsules, and I got to take a bunch of them. Dude, if you don't take them at the exact right fucking time, you are going to be burping fish oil, and it is potent, pungent, and disgusting.
Yes, I've done that before, and that's why I stopped taking them.
Well, they also had at this original celebration corn mush. I don't know what the fuck corn mush is, but they had it. No. They also had native vegetables.
It sounds like something we should try.
I try anything, dude. I love fucking corn, dude. Like, I don't love fucking corn. I love corn fucking meat. But You see, that's words matters. Let's use this as a learning experience. Words matter. The order in which you
Yes.
place the words in your sentence matters. I love fucking corn is a very different proposition than I fucking love corn.
Yeah, that is definitely. Now remember, folks, Cliff loves fucking corn. Okay,
Yes.
we got to remember this, and we're gonna have to hold him to this because I'm sure we're gonna have a Christmas special as
Yes.
well. So we're gonna hold him to it for Christmas. Maybe get you a Christmas present that gives you like a picture of you fucking some corn or the corn fucking you or something. We'll put it up on the wall and behind you.
That'll be my new OnlyFans page. It's an auto upload on your phone unless you pay me to not make it fucking auto upload. Oh, but besides this, they had native vegetables, but the things they did not have. There were no pies. There was no bread stuffing. There was no sugar, no ovens, and no beloved cranberry sauce. Yes, I am a cranberry sauceaholic. I don't give a shit if it's in a can, if it's homemade, or anything in between. I am all the fuck about cranberry sauce.
Not so much. I'm a simple man. I like meat, potatoes, and corn.
Yeah,
Stuffing.
I heard you like the big meat.
Oh, I love the big meat.
The big tube steak smothered in underwear.
Bring it on, motherfucker.
Did you say steak?
I just want some steak, please. Please give me some steak.
this meal was also not called Thanksgiving. It was just a simple harvest meal. It was a meal that everybody had to celebrate the successful harvest of all of this shit.
But now, were they actually celebrating the harvest, or what kind of demonstrations were they having there during their first meal? You know?
Why don't you tell us?
Well, they did have military demonstrations to show their strength.
Military
On both
demonstrations,
sides.
really? This is interesting.
Yeah.
Do tell. Yeah.
Well, doing just a little bit of research, they just to show their strength, essentially, just to do I guess they would do. Like the Indians would do their tactics or whatever, just to kind of show, and they all brought weapons to the first meal. So don't let them, like, everything we learned, it was all peaceful and all that stuff. Man, it wasn't fucking peaceful. They came with, I mean, if it was like 2025, they all came with gats. They had their Glocks in their back and everything like that. Like that's how this was back then. It wasn't what they're painting it out to be.
But it also wasn't just a big giant fight either. And I've heard that end of things. Yeah. But I've heard that end of things also from people. And, they said, oh, you're celebrating a genocide because that was what the first Thanksgiving was really celebrating, was the genocide of the Indians. Nothing to do with that shit. And you really got to watch people, because people just say things now because it's easy,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what I really did think was really interesting is the breakdown. Okay, so the breakdown of the foods, because we need to compare and contrast, because what we were told isn't necessarily all the way what happened. So let's get into the turkey, because that's where everybody thinks. When you think Thanksgiving, you think immediately turkey, right? And I mean, frankly, turkey ain't all that great without all the other shit piled on top of it. It's just it's like another fucking chicken, right? It's like, it tastes like what you put on it,
It's just a bigger fucking chicken.
Yeah, it's kind of lackluster. Yeah, it's kind of lackluster, but it's the tradition. So if I have turkey, and maybe some of you guys out there are like this, if I have turkey on a Wednesday in August, it's fucking turkey, whatever. But on Thanksgiving, it's the most magical meat on the planet. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Bag of turkey, bag of ham, bag of all of it afterwards, like, because everything goes in a bag nowadays. So.
Have you been in the store? And I mean, like, they're just fucking, like, turkeys are flying off the shelf.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I got to get to the store, actually.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got to go do my shopping.
I would recommend it.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I didn't go with turkey this year.
What'd you go with?
Prime rib, baby.
Prime rib's good. I like prime rib.
Do you smoke that fucker?
Do you serve it properly room temperatured? Yeah, because I remember why we went out I brought a friend of mine out, and I told him, I was like, you got to try this shit. I'm going to take you to this restaurant. make sure you fucking eat the food because it's expensive. I mean, we got prime rib because he had never tried it before. And he's like, dude, I got to send this back. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, it's not even hot. I was like, it's not supposed to be. Eat the fucking thing. And next thing you know, and he was hemming and hawing about it. And next thing you know, he started cutting into it. And then it was just like fucking this giant chunk of prime rib was gone. Like he loved that shit.
It's like fucking butter, man. That shit's fucking good.
What's with you fucking
Expensive
all the time?
but fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very expensive for what it really is. I mean, it's kind of like it's like if a chuck roast was good quality.
Well, I mean, you can do a chuck. I mean, I know we're kind of staring off the. Well, I guess it's not really staring off the Thanksgiving thing, but I mean, chuck roast. If you throw it on a smoker, that you can kind of almost make that into poor man's brisket. If you do
I like chuck roast in a crock pot. That's I think the best way that I've had chuck roast because I always buy the big honking fucking chunks of that shit.
I'll tell you what. The next time I throw one on the smoker, I'll have some for you.
What kind of smoker? What kind of smoker do you got?
I got a Traeger Ironwood.
Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, I got a Traeger. My fucking as I preach from my pulpit in Beverly Hills.
I'm in Beverly.
I'm over here with a fucking Texas Sidewinder setup, which is absolute fucking pain in the ass. If you guys, I bought it because I really like the idea of the Sidewinder. And if you're not familiar with it, the way a Sidewinder system works is you put your meat, basically it looks like a big grill with a little grill hanging off of the side of it. And then there's a vent that goes through it. And all your cook box is here and your fire box is here. It's a pain in the ass. Don't get that. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for beginners. A Sidewinder setup, you can get a really great result out of it. But if you're looking for ease of use, that is the absolute last thing on the list you'll ever want to grip.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I went. I was looking into it. And that's why I went the Traeger, the Ironwood 650. You know, it has super smoke, it has everything. And for just like me, the wife, and just like cooking for a few other people, you can actually throw a lot of food on there. Like I've done so much different shit on there. I've done pot pies. I've done macaroni and cheese. I mean, you name it. And it tastes so fucking good.
You know what's not good on a smoker? String cheese. I've had smoked string cheese.
Never tried that.
You can get it from Mars Cheese Castle. We're on the border of Illinois and Wisconsin, and there's this place called Mars Cheese Castle. You can get smoked string cheese at Mars Cheese Castle. You should, because you need to try it, but plan on throwing that $15 fucking chunk of fucking cheese away after you have your first or maybe second bite. It's awful.
That doesn't sound very good. I mean, the macaroni and cheese turned out real good, but having string cheese, I don't know.
Yeah, it was. You ever eat chicken or any kind of poultry that's been like way over smoked? That's what it tastes like. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. Don't do it, folks.
Yes. So back to the Thanksgiving turkey. All right. So we were told that the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag had turkey at the first Thanksgiving. Wampanoag.
Let's
turkey
just call them Wampa Wumps.
I feel like that's disrespectful. I feel like.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That is a little disrespectful. We shouldn't disrespect the Native Americans. So, if any Native Americans are listening, we apologize. We are pronouncing that tribe's name wrong.
Yeah. We'll call them featherheads from now on. Just kidding. Lighten up, motherfuckers.
And Wampa Wampa was bad.
Wampa featherhead. This isn't
Happy
right.
Thanksgiving.
This is an example of the type of rhetoric that hurts societies. Okay, this is not joking. This is terrible fucking rhetoric. Well, it's actually just joking. Our heart goes out for you, native Siberians that call yourselves Native Americans. But turkey became the centerpiece because that's what they ate and they enjoyed. This is what we're told. That's what they like. They love turkey. But what actually happened was there is zero, literally to this day, they've found zero proof that turkey was not only a main dish, but even involved in the celebration at all. I said, they had wild fowl, but it's very unlikely that they had turkey. It was more likely that they had goose and duck and shit. But the only confirmed meats at the quote unquote Thanksgiving. This first harvest meal was venison and possibly
Hmm.
wildfowl, which I think is
Yeah.
really weird. And this does open up to a little bit of room for interpretation because
Right.
in that very sentence, there is an oxymoron there because it does say the confirmed meats were venison and then says possibly wildfowl. How can you say confirmed but possibly in the same sentence? So
You really can't. I mean,
take it with a
and
grain of
plus
salt.
yeah, I mean, wildfowl obviously could mean turkey
Yeah.
as well, and that's probably where they got the turkey from. But I think that's less likely, especially where they were.
Yeah. But as it turns out, turkey didn't become the official Thanksgiving food until the mid 1800s, which was pushed heavily by Sarah Josepha Hale, who I'm going to give you some information on here pretty soon.
Oh yes.
Very
Yes.
quick rundown on her. She was a writer and editor, and also wrote "Mary Had a Little Lamb." And she campaigned for the national Thanksgiving she campaigned for Thanksgiving to become a national holiday. Early American practicality, turkeys were plentiful, cheap, and big enough to feed a family. So that's pretty much why she called it, why she said we should do turkey. And turkey became the tradition centuries after the first Thanksgiving.
And do we know why Thanksgiving became Thanksgiving and when it became Thanksgiving and why?
We do, but let's have you enlighten us if you've got your information there.
Oh, I have my information. So Thanksgiving became a thing back in the Civil War era by Abraham Lincoln. It was used as propaganda to unite the country while Americans were literally killing each other. The myth about pilgrims and natives was tacked on later to soften up the origin of the story.
You are very correct. That is exactly how it happened. All right, so now let's get into this woman that I just told you about, Sarah Josepha Hale. Right? No.
Yeah, wasn't did she also like do a whole bunch of recipes and that's like she was really pushing it like that?
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
so pretty much for her, Hale may be. I mean, this one's coming from this. This is coming from Wikipedia. Savior, don't look at Wikipedia. Crap, it's Wikipedia. But Hale may be the individual most responsible for making Thanksgiving a national holiday in the United States. It had previously been celebrated mostly in New England. Each state scheduled its own holidays, some as early as October and others as late as January. It was largely unknown in the American South. Her advocacy for the national holiday began in 1846 and lasted 17 years before it was successful. In support of the proposed national holiday, Hale wrote Presidents Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, and the one and only Abraham Lincoln. Her initial letters failed to persuade, but the letter she wrote to Lincoln convinced him to support legislation establishing a national holiday of Thanksgiving in 1863. The new national holiday was considered a unifying day after the stress of the Civil War. Before Thanksgiving's addition, the only national holidays celebrated in the United States were Washington's birthday and Independence Day. Hale's efforts earned her the nickname Mother of Thanksgiving. Smithsonian Institution National Museum of American History curator of food history Paula J. Johnson claims that Hale was, quote, key in bringing together and popularizing the Thanksgiving holiday with the menu featuring turkey and stuffing. In her novel, Northwood, or A Tale of New England, Hale devotes an entire chapter to describing the many dishes of Thanksgiving: roasted turkey, gravy, and savory stuffing, chicken pie, pumpkin pie, pickles, cakes, and preserves, and to drink ginger beer, currant wine, and cider. Sound pretty familiar to what you got over there?
Yeah. Well, it sounds. I mean, that sounds awfully tasty.
It
I mean,
does.
it does. I mean, but let's be honest. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why turkey is why they chose turkey. It was simply it was the most practical bird to use.
Yeah.
It was plentiful in the wild back then. It was big enough to feed large families. I mean, because back then, I mean, they had big families. So, I mean,
Right.
And plus they were easier to raise than chickens, and chickens were more for their eggs. They got more
Yeah.
out of the chickens for their eggs than they did out of the meat. So, I mean, essentially turkey. That's another reason why turkeys became the centerpiece of for Thanksgiving
Well, and
because
that's
it was
very
just more plentiful.
And that's very true because just the size. If you and
Hmm.
because we have to understand the chickens that we know today. When you go to your local supermarket and you get your rack of chicken breasts, and each one weighs a pound and a half, that's not real chicken. Like it's real chicken,
Yeah.
but it's pumped full of stress hormones to get the muscle fibers to twitch and increase. Real chickens are about this a little bit bigger than a pigeon. Like that's about what kind of meat you get off them. You get a little bit more breast meat out of them, but
Mhm.
other than that, they're a little bit bigger than a pigeon. So they weren't going to feed anybody. They might feed one person for two meals. They might feed two people for one meal, but they weren't really going to get you that much meat. But they would get you a lot of protein and a lot of calcium and a lot of things, vitamins and minerals through the eggs, which is why they had the
Mhm.
chickens. So they looked to the turkey because the turkey you could shoot a turkey, you could kill a turkey, and you could feed your family on that for a week.
Yeah. Well, and plus, let's also, turkey, you know, they say we eat turkey at Thanksgiving because it was cheap, big, available, and pushed into the traditions by the 1800s, the writer, because, they said the pilgrims made it the main dish. That's another reason why turkeys were, you know, around. Why tell the truth of what actually happened? Let's just fabricate. Here you go.
Which doesn't make any sense. Like why? Like here, the very first Thanksgiving story. I don't understand why this had to be fabricated over, and we can't just know the reality of things. Obviously, we know it's because they're trying to take our loosh, take our power away, and realize, they think we're so stupid that we can't handle the truth, even if it's something as mundane as this.
Well, and plus, I mean, it was pretty brutal. I mean, back, when the Pilgrims first came here, I mean, yeah, they had their first meal, but then it wasn't shortly after that. Then Pilgrims wanted more land, they wanted more of this, more of that, and then the war started. And then the slaughter and genocide of Indians and all that stuff. You
Yeah.
know, so they don't want us to know what truly happened. And hell, I think the Indians back in the 1970s they passed something to where it's a day of mourning for Native Americans.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, I think I have it here somewhere. I'll find it, and once I find, it, I'll let I'll
sweet.
let you know.
But the first Thanksgiving story, what we were told, is the Pilgrims invited the Wampanoag tribe for a peaceful, friendly feast. Everyone sat together harmoniously around a long table and feasted, feasted, feasted. But what actually happened was the Wampanoag showed up and uninvited, responding to the Pilgrims firing guns during a celebration. The feast lasted 3 days. This is not one. Could you imagine eating that much for 3 fucking days? Like,
Oh,
I mean, back in the day, it's a blessing, and even today, it's a blessing to have the food,
yeah.
and to especially to have enough food to be able to be gluttonous. But man, I couldn't imagine eating that much. It goes on to say it wasn't a Thanksgiving holiday; it was a harvest festival. The English held by
Mhm.
custom, so the English would always have a big feast after the harvest was finally done. The event was not repeated annually and wasn't even seen as historically important for 200 years after
Yep.
the first one. The relationship
Yeah.
between
Oh,
hold on
I'm
one
sorry.
second. The relationship between colonists and the Wampanoag later collapsed into war, death, and displacement. That's why I wanted to get that out there because it
Yeah.
touched on what you were just saying.
Yeah, and actually, that's going to touch on exactly what I'm about to say. Native people call it a day of mourning. This since 1970, many indigenous groups use this day to remember the fact that about the disease brought on here, the land theft, genocide, broken treaties. Thanksgiving isn't universally positive, obviously. I think by the time they got here as well, I saw a statistic where okay, so epidemics wiped out about 70 to 90% of the native population before settlers even met them. So back when they first started coming here, the early Europeans would bring measles, um, and just all sorts of different diseases, and just pretty much wiped out like 70 to 90% of the native population, just even before Thanksgiving.
I got to tell you, I don't believe that. I don't. I mean, I don't believe. I don't not believe any of it. but I definitely don't believe that the Native Americans were completely fucking clean and disease free
No.
before the evil Europeans got here. These motherfuckers ate raw meat. They peeled each other's faces off, raped everybody. Like, there were diseases in this country before we got here. And that's one of the things that I think plays directly into the story, the lies of Thanksgiving was, you know, the Native American, the Indian was completely disease free and healthy, had no problems and this and that before the evil Europeans got here. It's just another layer of horse shit that they had to smear all over it.
Well, yeah, and what else they're saying is it's basically with that thing that I was just brought up. It says by the time pilgrims arrived, diseases brought by earlier Europeans had already devastated entire nations. Some villages were empty when colonists arrived, not for from lack of civilization, but from catastrophic pandemics. So, I mean, yeah, I mean that kind of fits into that where it's like, hey, it was the Europeans, bad Europeans that came over here that brought all this stuff, you know, but they try to continually mix this stuff in to make it seem like, you know, Europeans were bad, you know,
Yeah.
Europeans, you know, but
I,
let's not
I,
focus on anything else.
I absolutely don't disagree with the fact that European brought some pretty exotic diseases with them because when you've got a civilization on one side of the ocean and a civilization on another side of the ocean and they've never met, once they meet, there is bound to be some interaction. There is bound to be some problems. One is going to introduce some things to the other, and the other is going to introduce some things to the other. And that's where I don't like the division line, that dividing line that they always put between the early European settlers and the Native Americans. Is they always talk about the Europeans killing off the Indians because, you know, they brought over all of this disease, but they never want to talk about what the Indians gave to the Europeans because they gave them some shit too.
Oh yeah.
But that's another show. We're trying to keep this Thanksgiving. We're going to keep this fun-ish.
Well, I mean, you know, I think they gave them, you know, a couple, you know, head dressings. Let's just say that, you know, scalpings.
Yeah. Made new feathers out of their own fucking scalps.
Yeah.
But
made a necklace out of their teeth.
Yeah, they were brutal motherfuckers. Like, and I'm not throwing any shade at the fucking Native Americans. I'm not throwing any shade at you for being brutal. Everything, everywhere, it was brutal back then. And the Native Americans, I'll be honest with you. In fact, I actually envy them to a certain level because they were so brutal. I'm watching our civilization die because white people especially just don't have it in us anymore to stand up for our own and do what is necessary to continue our culture. You know, we won't even talk. We won't even speak anymore. And these motherfucking Indians were out here peeling faces off of other motherfuckers and then hanging them up on lines in front of the encampments of the other tribes to let them know you will not get past us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they did. I mean, it was obviously, like you said, it was a brutal time. You know, I mean, you have to meet brutality with brutality. And it's like you have to up the brutality just to, you know, keep, you know, to win essentially. And you got to keep up in that. And a lot of people, especially in today's society, they have no clue about that. And they don't probably really want to know and understand that too much, because if that was to be prevalent in today's society, oh fuck. I see a lot of dead motherfuckers.
Yeah, and a lot of pissed off other ones.
Yeah.
So let's move on down the food list. We've gotten through the turkey now, right? Let's go on to the pumpkin pie. Oh, cakes and pies.
Don't kill pumpkin pie for me, man.
I don't know if we're gonna kill. I don't know that we're gonna kill pumpkin pie. I think we're gonna just shed some light on the fact that it didn't exist yet. So what we were told, pumpkin pie was a classic dish eaten at the very first Thanksgiving. Piece after piece spread across the table, spreading smiles and love and full forks and bellies. We're told this, but here's the actual information. The Pilgrims didn't have ovens yet. So how do you bake a pie if you don't have an oven? Now I understand that they had some meat pies because they made those in Dutch ovens, which is basically a primitive crock pot you hang over a fire. It's got a lid on it, you know, that kind of shit. But the pies also didn't look like what you think they look like. Pie was more of a term for an amalgamation of things, more like what we know as a stew with a bread bottom or a bread top.
Yeah.
So,
we won't talk about. I wonder what kind of ingredients were in those pies.
Probably Native Americans.
Or pilgrims,
Or
you never
pilgrims.
know.
Fuck, man. I mean, I know the Native Americans were fucking notorious. Some of the tribes, not all of them, but some tribes were notorious cannibals.
Well, even the pilgrims. I mean, the pilgrims, they, one thing that they don't want to let people know, they would actually, during those cold winters, they would go in to the graves of the Native Americans because they used to bury, back in those days, and even in like Nordic, they would bury you with specific items when you cross over. And Native Americans would put like food in these graves and stuff like that as well. And pilgrims would actually go and dig up the Native Americans to steal that food that was there.
It's interesting, yeah. Yeah, that's there was a lot of weird shit happening back then. It probably still happens today. We just don't hear about it anymore. But
No.
there is no evidence of pie crusts or proper baked desserts in 1621. What they may have been, though, let me offer you this olive branch. What they may have been was stewed pumpkin, boiled pumpkin mash, or they filled a hollowed pumpkin with milk and honey and cooked it in the ashes to be like a custard, not a pie. And I got to tell you, that sounds fucking delicious. Like I want to do that now.
Let me know how that tastes. I won't taste it. That just does not sound good to me.
How are you going to say that a fucking pumpkin, that milk and honey and pumpkin custard doesn't sound good?
Maybe it was this. I don't know. Maybe it was something else that you said. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're probably hung up on the cooked it in the ashes, right?
No, actually, that wouldn't bother me too much. Just dust it off. Fuck it.
Pumpkin's gross, but I'll eat the campfire ash. It's fine.
Num nums.
Pumpkin
Did you
pie.
eat paint chips when you were a kid?
I ate paint chips yesterday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just had some before the show.
A whole bowl of them.
It's like,
I buy the boxes of Frosted Flakes, and then I empty those out and put my paint chips in there so my wife doesn't ask questions. Pumpkin pie became a tradition in the 19th century, especially as Thanksgiving became a national holiday. Guys, I love pumpkin pie. I really do. But I will tell you this. There's only so much you can do with a pumpkin pie. Now, I've had key lime pies of all different spectrums, and there is a lot you can do with a key lime pie. There is not much you can do with a fucking pumpkin pie to make it mind-blowing. It's great. Don't get me wrong. I love pumpkin pie. But there's never been a pumpkin pie where I've bit into it and I'm like, whoa, oh, God, I need like 300 of these. It's always just pumpkin pie.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You can't do much to it to really bring it out any more than it already is.
But what I will say, if you want to have a good pumpkin pie or have a good experience with pumpkin pie, buy two pumpkin pies. Don't buy that bullshit pumpkin pie that now has the bread topping on it or that cover on it, like an old lattice work cherry pie. Don't buy that one. Just buy the open top pumpkin pies and stack those motherfuckers. You put one right on top of the other, get rid of all that fucking crumbly crust edge off of it, and you got yourself a hell of a little pumpkin pie pod worth of pie.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Dude, stick with me, kid. I'll get you fat.
I'm already fat, so I love food.
So am I. What's the next one we got? We got cranberry sauce, my favorite. That is my favorite part. Cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, which let me touch on this green bean casserole because I've had a lot of green bean casseroles in my day. People, listen to me. Come in close. Stop trying to over gourmet the green bean casserole. Green bean casserole made with fucking fresh green beans fucking sucks because it always ends up crunchy. That's not why if we want crunchy, it's called French fried onions. That's what goes on the top of it. That's what gives us our crispy, our crunchy. We don't want the beans to be crunchy. So just use the canned shit. Make it simple. It's what we all grew up eating. It's what we know. It's what we love. Don't try to over gourmet this shit.
Come on, man. Everybody wants to be a gourmet chef nowadays. I mean,
and they fucking mangle it.
Yeah. I mean, they try to doctor up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, look, you got to try this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's the best. And
dude,
it tastes like any other peanut butter and jelly sandwich that you've ever had.
The most mind-blowing thing when it comes to me is people, they're like, you got to have peanut butter and bananas. Peanut butter and
That's
bananas is the
fucking
best
disgusting.
shit. Dude, there is so much fucking mush in one fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you eat it. Like, how the fuck do you get through the... I like bananas. I like peanut butter. But when you put those things together, that is a glue sandwich. That is not an enjoyable fucking experience.
Now, if you want to try something good with I know it's not a Thanksgiving dish.
Say what I
but if you
think
want to
you're
try
going to
something,
say. Say what I think
if you
you're
want
going
to
to
try,
say.
if you want a good peanut butter sandwich, put some butter on first,
Yes.
then put the peanut butter on, and then take some like real salty like kettle chips or whatever, put it in the middle, smash it down, fucking eat it.
That's good. Yeah, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to go with the marshmallow fluff thing. But yeah,
No, you
chips
put
are
that on
chips are
pizza.
okay. What?
You ever try peanut butter on pizza?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God, you got to try it.
No, I don't.
Stick with me, kid. I'm gonna get you fat.
No, stick with me, kid. I stick with you, kid, and I'm gonna be throwing up. What in the fuck are you talking about? Peanut butter on pizza? Is there a specific kind of pizza that you have to put this peanut butter on?
Yes. So what you do? You go to your store. You know those Jack's pizzas?
Who the fuck eats Jack's pizzas?
Oh, I'm telling you, Jack's or
God
Bread
damn.
Baron. So what you do? You take the pizza. Once it's done, you cut it into like fourths. So you can fold it up like a taco, right?
Mhm.
Take some peanut butter, put it in the middle, fold it up. It's just dripping. It's gooey. And you fucking eat it. It's like, ugh, it's so good.
I will tell you this. No. Anyway. I will tell you this though. I have had okay, so there's a place called the Lazy Dog Restaurant or Lazy Dog Bar and Grill. I think it's chain, so if you can look them up, but they have a peanut butter and jelly burger that is phenomenal.
I would have
Phenomenal.
to try that. I would try that.
It's a little pricey place. I mean, you're gonna go there and spend $100 for two people. That's okay. But the ambience is good, the food is good, the drinks are good, the service is good. You're gonna want to go there. But man, that peanut butter and jelly burger was fucking amazing.
I would definitely eat that. I would.
Yeah. I'm not, however, gonna indulge in that peanut butter pizza. That doesn't. I mean,
maybe it was that back in the day, like when I was like really smoking a lot of weed. And we made some fucked up concoctions, and that was one of them, and it tasted really good. So
yeah. It sounded because that was my first reaction is when you said peanut butter on pizza. That reminds me of hey dude, you got to try this. Look how bad it is kind of situation. Like me and my buddy fucking we're not friends anymore, but back in the day, my best friend and I, we got fucking just wasted, shit-faced. So we mixed literally every single thing he had in the kitchen. We had muffin mix, tuna fish, mustard, all sorts of shit in this thing. And he takes a bite of it and he goes, "Oh, fuck, this is nasty. You got to try it." And what did I do? Fucking give me that fucking fork. And we ended up fucking, I think, barfing our fucking socks off for, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. But that sounds like where...
Yeah, well, you can also try marshmallow fluff on hot dogs.
Oh, you mean like fluff dogs? Like just put, instead of the hot dog, just put the marshmallow fluff in there?
No,
like they did on Duck Dynasty?
No, you got the hot dog in there, but put some marshmallow fluff on top.
No, that's another swing and a miss.
Okay. Folks, you don't want to eat what we're telling you. I'm telling you right now.
You want to eat what I'm telling you. I have great taste. It's apparently that my friend Dave Anderson here does not have any sort of sense of flavor at all.
You say that now, and then when you try some of my smoked stuff, your feelings will change. I promise.
Oh, maybe you can smoke meat, but if you smoke me a pizza with some marshmallows or some peanut butters on it, I'm not.
I can actually smoke you a pizza and it tastes really good.
Why can't we just? Why do we have to smoke everything?
Because smoking is good. Damn
Children, this brings me to my Philip Morris announcement.
Now remember, kids.
I'm in flavor country now. Smoked meats, not cigarettes. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Cigarettes are nasty. Plus, you smell like shit too.
But I'll tell you what, dude. There's something about a fucking. I'm a lifelong smoker. Quit a couple of years ago. There is still something to this day. There is still something about a woman that has that fucking that filthy ashtray smell about her that just makes me want to fuck her like a barfly, like I was back when I was 22.
Yeah, literally like a barfly.
Yeah, absolutely. Just covered in tar.
It's like, come on, baby, let's get you wet, and all you just see all this fucking shit running off her.
Gets
Tasty.
like back in the day, my parents chain smoked and they smoked in the house, so we couldn't move any pictures or anything like that because it was all everything was outlined with yellow tar and shit.
Yeah, then when you wash the walls and it's all fucking bleh.
Yeah,
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's fucking bad. So,
and this is why you shouldn't smoke.
Yeah, exactly. I do love smoking, though. Even though I don't do it anymore, I love smoking. It was just the action, the fact that nobody died because I was having a cigarette. As a direct result of me having a cigarette, nobody died a lot of the time. So, you know, there's some things there that I still miss and I still love, but all of it's bad for you. So don't do it. Let's get back to the topic. Okay. So massive family dinners, right? What we were told. Thanksgiving has always been a big family gathering holiday with much food and much celebration. But what actually happened was the colonial Thanksgiving, 17th to 18th century, was mostly religious sermons and fasting, not feasting. They actually celebrated their harvest by fasting. So the huge family meal became popular in the Victorian era in the 1800s, and it was heavily romanticized, literally invented by writers to create a warm, unified American tradition. That kind of goes back to that whole lie we were taught about, you know, Thanksgiving and Fall Harvest Festival, and when it was really Abe Lincoln trying to, if you ask me, bolster his numbers, but, you know.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, political rhetoric that we still see today. I mean, it goes way back, folks. Trust me. Yeah. It does.
Oh, what about the one big thing that everybody knows about? If I asked you, Dave Anderson, to tell me the number one most known thing about Thanksgiving outside of turkey, what might it be? If I said associate something with Thanksgiving, everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows its term. What are you going to tell me?
Well, I mean, there's a couple different things, man. I mean, I'm gonna go with the top one that I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the if we're talking about, you know, more of our century, decade, or whatever, I would have to say it was the Macy Parade.
That is a good one.
Tell
us about the Macy's Day Parade.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean about the giant balloons that they have right now floating around?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have that back then. I mean, they literally they borrowed animals
shocking.
From the Central Park Zoo. I'm talking lions, camels, bears, you know, all these, you know, killing animals like lions, and they would have those in the parade. It's like, you know, thinking back on it, it's like, holy fuck, you really put people in the harm's way with that.
Yeah, motherfucker had lions on leashes with some fucking kid walking. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to go wrong.
Lions and bears, I mean, apex predators on like leashes and shit. Like, here you go. Here's our parade. Don't worry, kids. It'll only bite your finger as the whole arm comes off. Like, what the fuck y'all thinking, man? And then they decided to go into the parades, you know, with the balloons, because it just, you know, consumerism. They have to, you know, they have to get that stuff out there. And a lot of the stuff you see is just that.
Do you happen to know what year the Macy's Day Parade started in?
Oh, not off the top of my head. I had to guess. I had to take a guess. Wasn't that? I would have to say like in the maybe 40s, 50s, something like that.
You're a little late. Started in 1924.
Oh, really? It did go that far back.
Yeah, it went really far back.
What is that?
But I find it interesting because just 10 years later, the NFL Thanksgiving Day games in 1934, they started with the Detroit Lions marketing stunt.
Oh.
Both of these things are marketing traditions, not historical traditions.
Would you look at that?
But now let me say this. Let me say this because at the top of the fucking show that we did say
Mhm.
we're not trying to sour you on the tradition. It
No.
started in 1924. It's literally 101 years old now, this Macy's Day Parade. So I think we are well within our right to call it a tradition at this time. Okay.
Yeah.
So enjoy the parade. Have fun. I love parades. I like parades. I don't even give a shit if the parades are a bunch of fucking gay people. As long as this parade is making me smile and not hurting anybody or showing
Yeah.
their dicks to anybody fucking in public, I'm great with parades because it really is a great way to bring that community, at least maybe not necessarily together, so to speak, in the sense that we know it as today, but it brings the community out of its house. And the more people
Yes.
get out of the house, the happier they are.
Well, and plus, I mean, with the tradition of the parade and the lines, I mean that goes back when obviously when I was a kid. I'm not that old, but I mean, I remember Thanksgiving. It's like football. Thursday was football. We would watch football. And that was the thing. The parade, then football, and then eat turkey. It's just a tradition in many American households.
Yeah, and I will say that it is. Football was never sports were never a thing in my house. Like my parents didn't like sports. I didn't like sports.
Mhm.
We, we were kind of like that. We had better shit to do than sit down and
Right.
for 4 hours and watch adult men play a game that the kids were playing in the front yard. Granted, they played it to a different level, but I didn't get into it. And as life went on, I never really did get into football. In fact, football is my least favorite sport. I think I mean, even including cricket, football is my least favorite sport. I do appreciate some of it. I do appreciate the athleticism. That's the thing. I like the hard hits, the athleticism. Yeah, take your fucking headphones off, bitch, because I don't like football. Yeah, I see how you are.
Fuck you.
But yeah, it's not that I don't appreciate the athleticism and the strategy. I'm a huge one for strategy. I love it. I just
But
I just don't have it in me to sit down and watch the game.
But you know what? We can really blow up football for people, but let's not do that because I think if people actually heard the truth about NFL, that would probably change their perspective on the NFL altogether and
No,
football.
I don't think they would. It's bread and circus, baby. It's bread and circus.
Yeah. Well, they just
Nobody.
won't believe it, even though it's fact.
Right, yeah. But we'll do a show on that one day.
Oh, we will because we're
So,
gonna touch everything.
oh, we're going to touch all the specialist spots. So now we're on this retail thing. What?
Oh, wait a minute. You want to go into the retail thing?
Yeah, let's get into the retail thing. You know where we're
Oh,
going. Take
oh,
us
yes,
there.
sir.
Take us there, Big Dave, the Viking man. Take me
Oh
there.
man. So you want to talk about Black Friday
Yes,
and
let's talk
Black
about it.
Friday? Oh, are you sure these listeners are ready to understand when and why Black Friday came about?
No, but I think we need to. I think they need to hear it anyway.
All right, motherfuckers, listen up. All right, so back in the 1950s, the Black Friday, this is when Black Friday originally came around. So Black Friday isn't what you think it is. It isn't about consumerism. It was a disaster back in the 50s. Philadelphia police coined the term because the day after Thanksgiving was full of traffic chaos, shoplifting, and overwhelmed stores. Not your shopping holiday like it is today. They were just like it was like bad
Yeah,
there.
they
So that's
lab-
go ahead.
they labeled it Black Friday because it was the darkest day of the year,
Yep.
and that's all due to human behavior. Like you
Here
said,
we are.
traffic jams, chaos, fights in the street, fights in stores, fights everywhere, fights over cabs, fights over buses. I mean, people just went to absolute hooliganism afterwards.
But hell, I mean, people still do it today.
Yeah.
You want to go to the store to get that special buy, that special TV that's on sale, and what do you motherfuckers do? What you do is if it's the last one, you're getting in fist fights, you're stealing, you're pulling, you're grabbing, you're trampling people just to get what they're telling you to buy.
Right.
All the
Well,
while, also, families are torn away from family members are torn away from their families to have to work these days. So, like, they're literally taking what Thanksgiving was about and making it more about consumerism.
okay, so let's get a little bit savagely loud on this one. I like how you brought that up. So,
Go.
we're gonna go full savage on the retail thing. I give zero fucks.
Hmm.
Absolutely 100% zero fucks about retail workers working on holidays. Do something better. Do something bigger. Get a
Yes.
fucking skill. If you're working
Hmm.
retail and you're a child, suck it up, buttercup. This is the world you live in. Sometimes you got to work on holidays. As you get older, let this motivate you. If you don't want to work on the holidays, grab yourself a skill that will allow you to tell your boss, this ain't happening. So, and
Hmm.
we get this every single year. People hitting the internet, oh, we can't be with our families because you want to go shopping. No, you can't be with your families because you failed to put more effort into your life. And so you're
Hmm.
a 42-year-old fucking Walmart shelf stalker. Not my problem.
Hell, I remember when my dad was still around, he worked for Walmart, and I got so pissed when we were at Thanksgiving on Thursday. We are just about to sit down to eat. My dad was able to eat real quick, and then he had to fucking leave to go to Walmart. And he did like worked in the meat department, and he was retired, semi-retired. And I just looked at my dad. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? I would get so pissed. I'm completely against like shopping on Thanksgiving. I think families should be with families and not have to worry about going and opening up a fucking stupid ass store because you dumbass fuckers want to go out and buy something.
So I think that's fun. That's interesting. You're on the opposite side of me then. Is that
Hmm.
safe to say? You think
Yeah.
that everybody that goes shopping on holidays is an asshole, and I think that everybody that works retail
Well,
is an asshole when they bitch that people went shopping.
I don't think people that go shopping on that day are assholes. I think the corporations are more the assholes. I'm more
There
pissed with
is
the
a greed level
corporations.
there.
Yeah,
There is like if you can't just close down a fucking day and let all your
right,
employees go be with their families without
right,
crushing the bottom line, you're probably doing something wrong from the top down.
exactly.
But
And that's where I stand with it. It's more of the corruption from corporations that are forcing the families to, people to leave their families to do this thing. I remember we had a very close friend of the family. He worked, Blockbuster back when I was growing up was the only thing that was open. And he was working because people, back then you'd have your turkey, watch your football, watch the parade, and then at night you all watch movies. And he would work those nights, over at Blockbuster. We would bring him up food. We'd bring him up a fucking dish so he would have fresh turkey, stuffing, potatoes, and all that stuff. So this way, because he wasn't able to be with his family and eat, so we brought it up to him.
yeah,
You know,
that's nice stuff.
yeah,
That's very nice gesture.
yeah. I mean, we tried. I try to be nice every once in a while. It doesn't work very often though.
And that's the thing about fucking the biggest assholes on the internet, like me. We're the nicest motherfuckers you'd ever want to meet. We'll bend over backwards for you if you
Hmm.
ingratiate yourself to us. We will bend over backwards for you, just on a human level. But man, if you cross us, we are something fucking else. But yeah,
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
but yeah, so that's where Black Friday came from, and now there is a push to end Black Friday because of basically what we were just talking about: retail workers not wanting to work, retail giants always wanting to get that extra day full of sales. But here's the thing: is I think if I'm going to be honest here, I can apply some nuance here. I can apply some gray area here, and I can say both sides are right. The employees are right for just wishing to have a day with their families that
Right.
that where because everybody's gathering. It is a specific day. It's not like I want every Saturday off so I can have my weekends. Get a skill. Fuck your weekends. But when it
Yeah.
comes to Thanksgiving, I can see that you'd want to spend that day with your family and this and that, especially the people that actually do that. Because I mean, we all know that there's a lot of people, and probably even ourselves at some point in our lives or
Hmm.
another, we've used that excuse. No, I just can't be with my family because I got to fucking work today because you're fucking greedy. But the reality of it is, you wouldn't be hanging out with your family. You wouldn't be cooking and breaking bread with your extended family or even your immediate family. You'd be hanging out in your room, jerking off or playing video games until they called you down for dinner. You'd have your nice dinner, and then you'd get the fuck back out of that place, right?
Yep. Yep. Pretty much. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's how
So,
a lot of that's how I got sometimes. It's like, all right, I'm here, especially when you first start dating somebody and you have the two spots you got to go to.
yeah.
That's fucking overwhelming. It's like you got to go to two different families and you're at your family's, you're at her family's, and it's just like, holy fuck, enough's enough. I want to
Yeah.
go. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, and then you get to like, why is this celebration lasting so long? My first wife,
Hmm.
every fucking holiday, her family, there was always somebody in her family that had every holiday. They call it having the holiday
Hmm.
or having the holiday. So, it was this aunt's house on 4th of July. It was this aunt's house on Christmas. It was this uncle's house on this every single holiday. But and which I didn't mind too much. It did kind of get in the way of our family starting our own traditions interfamily wise.
Right.
But what I didn't like about it is all these fucking celebrations were like 10 hours long. Like we would get to
Oh.
Thanksgiving at like fucking at like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning and not leave till like 9 o'clock at
Hmm.
night. Like, dude,
Oh
this
yeah.
is and I'm already 4 hours at that point. I'm 4 hours into being done with this shit. I am 4 hours into vibrating because I'm so fucking mad because I want to go home.
Try doing Thanksgiving with the Greek family.
I know
Let
a
me
lot
tell
of
you,
Greeks. I at least they're a
we
lively bunch.
they are a very lively bunch. I mean, you would literally start off. I mean, my wife's uncle, when we first got together, the very first Thanksgiving that I went to over there, it was an all day event. I mean, we had two turkeys. The first turkey that came out, we made this Greek soup with, and so you start off with the Greek soup while the other turkey's still cooking. So mind you, her uncle was up super early to start even the first turkey so they can even get the soup done by like for lunch. Okay. You start off with that by the, I mean, you're already fucking full by then. And then
Yeah.
you go down, you put on a movie, watch some football, you take a nap. And around 4 or 5 o'clock, the second course is coming, which is the turkey, which is the corn casserole and the stuffing. And, they just cook for an army. You have literally, say, 10 of us, and you can feed probably about 50 or more people. And never say at a Greek household, no, I'm full. You can't say that because then they
Right.
just put more food on your plate. And it's like, I learned a very valuable lesson my first time there. And I made sure I wouldn't eat breakfast or eat very late the dinner the day before going there to make sure I was fucking hungry.
Yeah. I
It's fucking crazy.
yeah, that's I can't I can't eat that much.
No.
I don't have the bandwidth. Yeah, and I think maybe that's it is because I'm very uncomfortable, as with everybody is, but I'm extra uncomfortable when I'm too full. And when
Hmm.
people just keep offering me food, my brain immediately kind of shifts to this sense of, you're not fucking listening to me. I don't want any more. Stop
Yep.
it. Shut the fuck up and go away. You're trying to make me more uncomfortable and you're about to get blasted in the fucking face. That's where my brain
Hmm.
goes. I've never hit anybody at Thanksgiving, but I tell you, I've wanted to. I've really wanted to. So,
I've gotten in some bar fights on the holidays. That's for probably another time.
yeah. So,
we were
let me hear this one. Let me hear it.
so all right. I'll tell the story. So after this happened, our parents, because me, my brothers, and my sister, we all went out. And my parents told us that we are not allowed to go out with each other anymore after what happened. You remember in McHenry the old sloppy teas?
No, I'm not super familiar with McHenry. I used to drive through it, but never around it.
Okay, well, there used to be a bar called Sloppy Teas. It was right by the Dodge dealership in McHenry.
Oh, okay.
Well, so after we got done doing the family thing, the very first time that we all went to a bar with each other, and we go out to a bar and we're drinking, having a good time, minding our own business, and then all of a sudden, one of our friends got sucker punched, and then mind you, both my brothers are ex-military, and they have PTSD. Well, they saw that, and the next thing I know, my oldest brother has this one dude and rushing him towards the plane glass window and almost put him through it. And it just turned into a big old fight. And once we got back home, cops were called, all that shit. We get home. My parents were like, you guys can never go to a bar together again. And ever since then, we haven't been to a bar with each other because
I
of that.
I don't go to bars with people anymore because I mean, it all started when we were 21. Every time I showed up to a bar with somebody, I've never been a drinker. Like I've never been a real big drinker.
Yeah.
I've tied a few on. Don't get me wrong. I've had my days. I've had my nights. In fact, I used to have the once a year Clifford Ultra Drunkening. That's what it was called. Everybody called it that because it was only once a year that I ever wanted to get drunk. And when I got drunk, I got all the fucking way drunk. But other than that, I might have a beer here and there, or my thing was more of a bourbon. I like bourbon on the rocks, and I'd have one every now and then, socially. But I've never been a real big drinker. But on them nights that I did the ultra drunkening, that was epic. But when going to bars with people, everybody got a big mouth that I was with because I was there. They've got their 6'2", 270-pound fucking friend with them that has been done nothing but at that point fought every damn day of his life. So we got this, motherfuckers. And that's why I stopped going to bars with people, because people get big mouths. They get big chests when it's seemingly when I'm there. So I'm not into it. I'm not into being around drunks. I'm not into being around fucking belligerent assholes. Even if they're my friends, I'm just not around it. I'm not about it.
Yeah, no, neither am I. I stay away from bars. Actually, I don't even drink anymore. I haven't had a fuck. And I used to be a big drinker.
Oh, really?
I haven't had a drink in over 3 years. It doesn't do me any, I don't know. I just got, I got a short fuse as it is. And my fuse went real short when I was drinking. I mean, I was the guy that I would go out with some buddies and a buddy would be like, yeah, point out some dude randomly in a bar. Like, yeah, this guy used to pick on me and kick me in the balls all the time when I was younger and all that stuff. I was the guy who walk up to that guy that he pointed out, my buddy pointed out, bring him up to the table and be like, hey, you know so-and-so? He's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, hey, I think you owe this motherfucker an apology for what you did to him. I was that guy. And then I would have people looking at my buddy like, yo, put a leash on your boy, and I would look at him and be like, put a leash on me and let's fucking do this right now. I'll take all you guys on.
Yeah.
I didn't care, and, when you're that young, I mean, yeah, I get it. But, man, when you get older, it's just like,
yeah,
there's too many idiots. I don't want to deal with it.
You go from big guys one-on-one, little guys in groups. Let's fucking go to, why the fuck did I even come? Exactly. I could be having so much more fun fucking playing games at the house or fucking sitting around just staring at a wall in silence. I could have so much more fun doing other things.
I would have more fun nowadays probably taking my dick and slamming it in a fucking windowsill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I'm not a fear of being arrested or anything because, I mean, let's face it, I'd be out of jail and don't do it again.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like, I mean, as you get older, you get to the point where you just kind of diffuse the situation anyway. I don't, we've all been that young buck where we were just looking to throw hands with somebody. But now it's just like, my thing is I'm a little bit older now. So, it has nothing to do with with fear of getting hurt. It has something to do with the fear of hurting them to a point where I'm going to go to prison for a very, very long time over something that didn't even need to happen to begin with. And it's only going to be, I'm pretty fucking even keeled. Like when it comes to shitty situations, I'm very, very analytical. I will sit there and that's how I got the name Turtle. Like I everywhere I go, I stand by the door, back to the door, face to the crowd, see what's going on. I can dip if I need to, but we're going to analyze this situation before I get comfortable. So I would just do that. Somebody would bring me a problem and I would analyze the fuck out of it. And we'd get to a point where it's like, okay, well, all right. So I saw you just put your right foot back just about a half an inch, which means you might be wanting to strike me with your right side. That means I'm going to dip to the left. I'm over it. I'm over it. But now if we get to a point where you push me, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to fucking stop until all of your teeth are shoved firmly into your stomach by way of your throat.
Yes, I fully agree. And you know what? And we're a lot alike. I'm finding out more and more every day. We're a lot alike.
Well, we got to see each other naked to know, right?
Hey. That's for our OnlyFans. OnlyFans only.
OnlyFans only. Cousins only.
Holy shit.
Got him again, fellas. Got him again.
Yeah, got me. Got me. Holy shit.
So yeah, we are a lot alike though. That's why
Yeah.
we vibe well with each other. But that's pretty much the story of Thanksgiving. Is it
Yep.
started in kind of squalorful circumstances and misunderstandings and gunfire and fasting, and it later became all of the exact opposite of all of that.
Yep. I have some modern weird fun facts if we got a moment
Yes,
for those.
yes, we have all the moments. Nobody's working today. Fuck them.
This is your time away from your family. Instead of watching football, you're listening to this fucking show right now.
Like,
For
I
this,
gotta listen to Savagely
for
Loud.
this.
He's saying really important shit. Him and his buddy Dave. Get the fuck out of here.
Take off, motherfucker. All right. Let's get into some modern weird facts about Thanksgiving. So, Americans eat about 46 million turkeys on Thanksgiving. That's about one turkey per every 7 people in the country. That's number one. Number two, turkey wasn't the biggest tradition. Leftovers were. The idea of a huge feast came from abundance on farms. People cooked massive meals because leftovers carried the family for days. That's number two. Number three, y'all like your TV dinners and stuff, right? TV dinners were actually invented because of the leftover for turkey dinners. In 1953, Swanson accidentally ordered 260 tons too many turkeys. To get rid of them, they created the first frozen TV dinner.
Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
I figured I'd throw some weird fun facts in there for everybody, so it's not so dark and gloomy.
Well, it gives you a little bit of fun when you're eating leftovers. You're like, holy shit, this is the lump of bullshit that actually inspired microwave TV dinners.
Yep. Yeah, that's why it's such a booming, part of business. I mean, usually, everybody, I know when I was like younger in my 20s and stuff like that, easy way for me to fucking do my dinners instead of fucking cooking was buying TV dinners. Who would have thought that that's where it actually came from?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So guys, now that we've broken down some of the origin stories or the origin stories of Thanksgiving and whatnot, I think we need to touch back on the idea that we don't need to move forward through our lives with this whole distaste in our mouth that we've been lied to about Thanksgiving, or there's certain truths that have been omitted from the educational system in our learning careers. I think what I really want you to do is I want you to focus on what we know Thanksgiving as today, and what we know Thanksgiving as today in modern society in current day is a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. It's a day of giving thanks and practicing gratitude for those that love you, those that you love, those that have helped you get where you are, and all the spaces in between. It's about the celebration of humanity for me, really, is just being grateful to be alive, being grateful that so many other people are alive, and being grateful for the hope that we can fucking find tomorrow.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, golf clap. Look, I got the golf clap from the Viking. Well, I know we didn't get down into the sticky wickets, but you know the drill. We definitely do have to get to the hopelessly human because it's every episode. But before
Plus,
we
I
do,
love the song.
Yeah,
I love the fucking song.
I love the jingle too.
I can't stop dancing in my seat.
I did such a great job writing that.
That's awesome.
But before we do that, guys, if you want to help me out, you want to help me get this word out, get these truths out, you can follow me on Instagram at Savagely Loud. That is where I'm most active. And on that page, you're going to find 2 links. One of those links is to the Savagely Loud podcast page on Instagram. If you could please follow me there too, that'd be greatly appreciated. The other link you're going to find is a simple link tree. So anywhere you want to hear my rants or see my videos, you can find them there. Outside of that, you can follow me at Facebook, X, Rumble, and Substack at Savagely Loud, YouTube at Savagely Loud Podcast. And you can also email me in, which I strongly implore that you do, savagelyloud@gmail.com. And last but not least, do not forget to like, comment, share the materials. Please rate and review the shows. And Dave, tell them where they can find you.
All right, folks, you can find me all over social media at the Hammer Drops. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, where I'm heavily active. You can find me over there at on YouTube as well at the Hammer Drops. My website is thehammerdrops.com, and my email is david at thehammerdrops.com. Email me there because, like Cliff said, my DMs are full and it takes quite a bit of time to try to get through. And chances are pretty good. I'm pretty bad when it comes to the DMs on Facebook and Instagram a lot of the times, where I'm more active with emails. So email me there. Don't forget to like, rate, review, follow, all that fun stuff as well. It helps to get everything out there to new people that need to hear what we are saying.
There you have it, folks. The Hammer Drops podcast is something you're also going to want to tune into. The Hammer Drops on all your major social media sources. And that being said, let's get to the Hopelessly Human segment that starts a little bit like...
People can be really rough. They can be quite tough. They can get in the way, but at the end of the day, some aren't only stupid, some are hopelessly human.
Yes, they are. Some are just hopelessly human, and today's star is no different. This story comes from a website called pureflix.com. It's entitled 11-Year-Old Boy Buys Christmas Presents for Seniors in Nursing Homes. And I thought this was a very fitting story for today because
that's awesome.
We're going to move directly into the Christmas season right after today. So let's get into it. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish if you really put your mind to something. That's the life lesson that 11-year-old Noelle Hould, I'm going to admit that I'm probably butchering that name. It is spelled Noellehould. So if anybody knows this person or this person is listening, I'm sorry for butchering the name. But Noelle Hould learned when she decided to dedicate the proceeds from her fledgling jewelry making company to buy Christmas presents for seniors in a nursing home. Noelle was inspired by her great-grandparents, who are both in a nursing home, and the desire to make those in similar situations feel extra special this Christmas. The young entrepreneur raised more than $1,500, which $1,500 by selling her homemade jewelry online and craft fairs. The money went toward buying the gifts, mostly blankets, sweaters, easy slip-on socks and slippers, because the elderly people would always get cold. The real gift, however, was no doubt her sincere thoughtfulness and kindness, which residents of Fairview Senior Living in Hudson, New Hampshire felt in full force. It makes us feel wanted and lets us know that somebody is still thinking about us, said resident Bob Hartford. We're not just left alone here. That is absolutely beautiful, especially coming from a child. That's Hopelessly Human, and that's the show. See you later, guys.